In this tutorial, we are going to see how when you compile a Java application, not everything is set and fixed, not everything is decided, but you can change parts of your software without actually recompiling your application. For that, we are going to create an application very simple using the terminal so that we don't get entangled with other stuff. We are not going to use an IDE. We are going to execute it, and then we are going to change one of the classes without recompiling the application, and we are going to see how a different message is written to the console. In addition to that, we are going to do the same thing but with a jar file. So, in an empty directory, I open my terminal, and here I'm going to create a directory for my original files and another one for my compiled files. So I get into the original. I'm going to create a com directory for the package because I don't want to use the default package. I get into it. I'm going to use git bin, sorry for that. And I'm going to create a main class. Package com public. Now I see everything the IDE does for me. I create a reference to a class A I'm going to create later. I'm just going to call a method of A, args, a print, just print, it's enough. So I have to import A, import com A. That's all. So in the same package, I'm going to create A. So package com public class A, and it has a method which is print. So this just print to the output original A. That's what it prints. Okay. So I'm just placed inside the directory com. In order to compile it, we have to place ourselves in the root directory of all the packages, because otherwise it's not going to work. If you choose the wrong directory, when you try to run the application, it's going to say it doesn't find the main class. It happened to me before, that's why I know it. So in order to compile it, just use javac this way. -d to select the target directory. We are going to select compiled. And I have a mistake. Non-static variable. Oh, okay. I forgot to create the variable, right? Yeah, that's right. So I can put, actually, I can put it here. That happens for going fast, because this is the second time I record the video because the audio wasn't good enough in the previous one. So let's try again. Okay, it has been compiled. So if we go to the upper directory, to the parent one, and execute the application, we select the class path with -cp to compiled and execute com.main. Here we are. We can see that the original message has been written to the console. Well, right now we are going to create a fake directory, and we are going to create a compiled fake. in this fake directory, we are going to create a fake a.java in the same package. But in this class, we are going to change the message we are going to print. And we are going to print fake A. Okay. We are going to compile. I forgot the -d. Okay. So, you could be saying that I said we weren't going to recompile our application, and that's right. We are compiling the new class, but the previous class, we didn't touch it. We didn't recompile it, but executing it, changing the class path, it's going to link the A class of our application to the new A class that is fake. So, we set the class path and we put first the compiled fake and then the compiled and execute the main class. And here we are. We didn't recompile the files in compiled, our application files, and without doing that, our application is different because we have just changed the class path. And we are going to do the same thing, but creating a jar file. So in order to create a jar file, if I remember correctly, I had to check this up because I didn't know how to do it because I've never done it. I always use IntelliJ, so if you want to check those commands, just look in Google for them. You have to step into the directory. So you have to do it this way. So right now we can move the jar here, and if we execute it again, it should work. Yeah, that's right. So we can see here that we have created a jar. We are executing the application from it, and it works correctly. It shows original A. So what happens if we set the class path first to our fake A class, but without recompiling our application? Compiled fake, and here it is. The point is that we have changed our application without recompiling it, just by changing the class path. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you like it, click the like button and subscribe.